The following video was filmed in late 2021, and I have taken steps since to make this a reality.
Hey there, Tom here. Just wanted to do this video to talk about the new direction that I'm intending on taking my business. For those who don't know, I actually come from a background of design and making and stuff like that, and it's kind of how I started my online business. In that, when I started back when 2006, was it, when the recession was happening? It was a bit before then. I was making stuff. I'd started my own business, making furniture and jewellery and stuff like that, selling online. I had my own website, things like that. And I decided to sell off some excess tools and on eBay. And actually, I ended up selling tools and stuff better than anything I made. Now, it could be said that what I was making was a load of crap, but you know, when I was doing craft fairs and stuff like that, things were selling all right. But for whatever reason, I couldn't get any traction selling the stuff that I made online. Now, I did craft fairs and artist fairs, design fairs. I had products in like trendy sort of design places for sale, all sorts, all around the country, did all sorts of cool stuff, but ultimately I just wasn't getting the growth that I wanted, and I was finding that eBay, you know, was this like seemingly bottomless pit of buyers. You know, there was a tenacious thirst for that kind of stuff, because it was not the early days of eBay, but it was when, you know, you paid like 10p a photograph. It was proper, yeah, the good old days kind of thing, where you could leave buyers negative feedback, them kind of days. And it was just, and then I came across videos of American people like Terminal 99 and gosh, some people who aren't even doing it anymore on YouTube. And they were saying, oh, you can buy this stuff and you can sell it. Scavenger Life as well was an early influence of mine, Jay and Ryan over there. So, and they were like, you know, list it, forget it, you know, you'll get your numbers up, blah blah blah. There was no one really in the UK doing it, so it kind of morphed from also me buying coins because I was interested in metal detecting. So that's how it grew. I'm waffling a bit now, but yeah, so, and now I'm kind of getting to the point where the UK market for reselling content is just, there's so many YouTubers doing reselling content, whole videos, pumping them out much quicker than I could. And I'm doing the same old stuff, listing the same old, you know, DVDs and computer games and books and stuff like that. And there's only so many times you can show I've got Crash Bandicoot, you know, on the PS2, and I sold it for this much before I find it boring. I mean, you guys might find it interesting over and over and over and over, but for me, it gets really dull making those kind of videos, and that's why I have big gaps in making videos. Now, obviously, I do have big gaps in making videos as well due to personal circumstances, especially in the last 4 years. I've lost both my mum and dad and both sets of grandparents. So that's been rough, and I have taken some time out for that. And I'll be forever grateful of the days of FBA and doing all that, which I'm going to do a separate video about, and about my Amazon experience, because, you know, there's a certain beauty on being on holiday, being away and having stuff sell and not have to do anything. But sadly, those days are gone. Amazon have made it harder and harder for small businesses to thrive on their platform. They're very much favouring big business and even medium businesses, where they can get invoices from suppliers. It's all new. They don't seem to want used goods. The book market's still strong there, but it's flooded by penny resellers who are driving the prices into the floor by undercutting and getting bulk postage rates. So it is difficult. on the merchant fulfilled side, and Amazon FBA is sort of dead for that sort of thing because the fees are just ridiculous, plus inventory limits. But I'll go into that in another video because I am waffling now. So I thought, well, what can I do? What things, because as well, I've been craving doing creative things because I've really missed it, because, you know, I went to university, I got a degree in design, focusing on sustainable design, eco design, and then I went to do a master's, and I did a master's in jewellery and furniture design, and I've done nothing with it. Well, other than, you know, other than little bits and pieces, teaching gigs and stuff like that, I've not actually really done anything with it as such. I mean, I set up the studio. I still do have a workshop space. I've had it since then, with my tools in, which I have not made anything down there properly for 4 or 5 years, something like that. So that's sad. It was just a storage space really to hold my eBay inventory. Share it with a couple of people, and it's embarrassing that I'm not making stuff. So I've decided to start making stuff again. That has been my big decision. It may fail. You know, I may get egg on my face, and it'll just be a complete disaster. Because it just depends on factors coming out of lockdowns and things like that, and what's going to happen with the craft fair scene, because they haven't been on for a year. You know, try and get into Etsy. I'm really not a huge fan on listing on Etsy. I've never really had any sales on there. I've sold the print on demand t-shirts on there, but I've never really sold anything in volume enough to make a living. One of our neighbours sells on Etsy, and she does great on there, so I'm going to pick her brains and speak to others, see what I'm doing wrong, whether I need to treat it more like social media, which is a weak point of myself. But there are going forward going to be videos on the channel based upon me making stuff again. Now, I would appreciate all your feedback, because I understand that a lot of you come here from the days of when I used to do coin videos. Some of you more recently, from like Nick, or, you know, the reselling content. You're interested in car boot hauls and reselling hauls and how bolos and how your business is. And I will still be doing those. Those videos aren't going anywhere. And Dickhead of the Week is definitely not going anywhere, because I'm sure I will still find many of those. But I'm going to be doing some more making videos. Now, if you feel that it is getting too much on the channel, let me know. Because I have thought about setting up a separate channel for it, but obviously it's difficult to get traction from new channels these days. It's difficult to get the audience for that, and it's not just about clicks and ad revenue or anything like that, but it's also getting people's feedback. Like, if I'm making something and you're seeing it, another perspective is always welcome, and I always welcome critical to think, you know, constructive criticism and critical thinking and that sort of thing. Because sometimes you can stare at a problem and a thing for so long that you get stuck on it. There's nothing worse than a blank piece of paper for creatives. And so I'm going to try putting some on this channel and see what you all think. One of the big projects going forward is to turn a waste stream from my reselling business into something I can be creative with. Now, I haven't got all the equipment yet, so I won't be talking about that quite yet, but hopefully that will pan out. And the next big project is clearing up my workshop space, turning it from an eBay storage space to a making space. Now, I've never been, and I never will be, the most tidy person ever, so you're not going to see videos like you see with perfectly lined up tools on the wall and an immaculate workspace that looks like nothing has ever been made in it. It's going to be messy, there's going to be crap everywhere, there'll be random Playmobil in the background and all sorts, so you'll have to bear with me. Plus, I share a workshop with a load of other guys who have always got machines working, so the audio will suck unless I film it in the evening. But c'est la vie. So my plan is to get equipment, get machinery, get making again, get making furniture, get making jewellery, get making other small items like that. I could take to craft fairs, design fairs, list them online, post them. I'm not going to do big furniture, small scale furniture, because again, the potential for posting. Also going to do restoration as well. I really want to get back into restoration because I love doing that sort of thing. And I've got all the equipment. I rent a space and I've got all the equipment to do this sort of stuff. Why am I not doing it? Because I'm so stressed out of my head dealing with idiots who are returning things. So if I can scale that back and bring some income in from the making side of things, then I think mental health wise that'll make me feel a lot better. Because there's only so much fighting negative feedback and Amazon's stupid policies on this and that one person as a self-employed person could deal with, really, before it just becomes too much. And you know, I was reaching that point of burnout a long time ago, and what's happened with my dad and my granddad recently has really crystallized that life's too short. I don't want to be on my deathbed, well, I mean that could be tomorrow, thinking I should have done this with regret and remorse, because I'd rather try it and fail than just not try it at all and just coast through life. Yeah, I'm making an alright income from reselling, and I will always enjoy that thrill of the hunt, looking for stuff, but with going through my backlog at the moment, I'm getting less and less of that, and I'm missing it. I'm missing the car boots. I've not been going to car boots now. This is the second year I've not been going to car boots. And it's difficult, but I don't need to because I've got enough stuff already. So yeah, hopefully you'll stick with me, you know, in this ride, this adventure. And yeah, just let me know your thoughts. If you hate it and you're not interested, please don't just unsubscribe. Let me know in the comments and I can tweak the content accordingly. You know, I can't please all the people all the time, just some of the people some of the time. And I hope you're one of those people that I am pleasing and you're enjoying the videos. So I will try that. Also, I'm going to try and pump up my Instagram. There's links to that below. So yeah, that's it really. Any ideas, tips or suggestions, obviously do leave them in the comment section below. Don't forget to like that smash button. And also while you're down there, do consider subscribing if you're new to the channel. So there you go. So that's my plan going forward. You know, I want to be in a position by Christmas where I've got products ready made, ready to do fairs. Whether COVID will allow that, I don't know, but hopefully they'll still sell online. So there you go. Thanks for watching everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.